Welcome to The Real Wine Show, where a game show meets a talk show, all wrapped up in a podcast that's totally obsessed with wine culture. I'm Chad.
And I'm Christy.
And we're here to do our part to engage the wine community both locally and globally, and to have a ton of fun along the way. Our first segment is Spot the Corker, where we'll be reading some wild and possibly made-up news stories, and it's up to our panelists to figure out if they're true or totally corked.
Next up is our second segment, the emotive blind tasting. Forget all those fancy, stuffy wine terms like tannins and vintages. We're going to throw them out the window. Instead, we're diving into how wine really makes you feel. Does it spark a memory or perhaps remind you of a song that takes you back? Whatever it is, we want to hear all about it. You won't want to miss the fun, so let's go ahead and dive in.
Let's go. Christy, you want to do the introductions for us today?
Yes, I do. Well, first of all, welcome, ladies. It's very exciting. It's an all-female panel, so you are highly outnumbered at the moment, which makes me happy anytime there's feminine power over the masculine power. Woo-hoo. So, okay, we'll start with you, even though I'm pointing and I know it's a podcast. Who are you and what is your relationship with wine, my girl?
Hi, I'm Elisa. My relationship with wine is I have a long and deep relationship with wine, but I run a small distributor called Little Guy Wine Company. We have great wines that we sell to restaurants and retail shops, and I have known Chad for many, many years. He is the one who I credit with getting my start in this job. So
that was another fun thing. The Wine Jeopardy was a
Wine Jeopardy
fun show.
Yes.
Maybe soon. There's been a little bit of rumbling. We'll talk about that.
Yeah. Wine Jeopardy is how I got my start, which is a whole nother story. So we can move on.
To be continued with the Wine Jeopardy. Well, thank you. Welcome. I know that you and I have been on this panel several times together, so happy to have you here.
We have.
All right, Kimberly. Even though I just said your name, who are you and what is your relationship with wine?
Okay. I'm Kimberly Hartnett. I've been in the wine business for about 20 years, which is crazy.
Is that back when Bollinger was $50 a bottle, Grand Année?
Yes, sir, it was, when we were reminiscing about the good old days.
Yeah.
I love wine so much, and I love being in the business of distribution. I love trying new wines. I love all the great people that you get to meet in this business, and I currently work at Vintage Wine Company as their fine wine manager.
Excellent. And it's your first time on the panel or second time?
First time.
First time, welcome.
Thank you. So happy to be here.
It's going to be fun. And our international guest here today. Would you like to introduce yourself?
Hi.
Hi.
I'm Shelley, and wine is the elixir of life.
I agree.
It is just, it brings life to everything. And I am the wine director and sommelier at the Detroit Athletic Club.
Nice.
And have worked in and around Detroit since 2018, 2019. Prior to that, worked in Ontario, and I've worked in wine in Atlanta. And it's a really fun business. Mm-hmm. It's a really fun business.
So are you born and raised Canadian?
No, born and raised in Atlanta, moved to Canada in 2001.
Oh, wow.
Right before 9/11.
Okay. 2001, right before 9/11. Okay, and you moved to Windsor, or you?
Moved to Windsor.
Windsor, okay. For a job, or for love, or for?
For a guy.
Sorry, I'm getting really personal here.
Oh, no,
I'm
that's
just
okay.
curious.
For a guy.
For a guy.
Yeah,
it happens.
It happens.
Frickin' guys, man.
Yeah.
Man, you're the lucky one who moved to Canada before it was like,
before.
Yeah, before times.
Yes. I bet you're like happy about that decision now.
Yes, I am, and
Yeah.
so were my kids.
Yeah.
Yeah, I bet. Well, welcome to all the ladies. We're happy to have you here. Let's do a glass check real quick.
Yeah.
What's everyone drinking?
Clos Saban, rosé.
You want to talk about it a little bit?
Tiburon, it is an oxidative style. It's light and frisky. It's got a little bit of playful grip going on, sort of like a kitten batting at you. And It's a lot of fun. And of course, the wines that I selected to bring after I was on my way here and stuck in tunnel traffic, I realized, well, Shiza, I selected wines that these fine ladies carry, and it was just, a wink of the universe. It was not intentional. But Close Savant
It
is
wasn't
from...
pandering to your
It was not
to your
pandering.
suppliers, no?
No, I was actually thinking about the importers, and Demazan is one of my favorite importers to work with. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, those are definitely great wines.
Kimberly, you're drinking the same, yeah?
Yeah, I mean, this is like a classic wine you see at all the great restaurants by the glass, especially last couple years for sure. It's got some cool tannins. It's got some grip. It is a little rustic and feisty. Great with food.
Why
Delicious.
do you think it's gained in popularity in the last couple of years?
I think it's one of those wines that just has consumed people's attention, and everybody seems to want it. Most restaurateurs don't want to have the same thing as everybody else, but it does seem like this one is in an awful lot of places. It seems to be the exception.
My opinion on that wine, and I know have a lot of opinion on this wine because I sell it, but is that when you're presenting this wine is it's aged under floor for a year. People are like, you have to do all this explaining, and it sounds like it's going to be a wine.
They're like, it's under the floor? I don't understand. Is it in the basement?
It is actually.
And found it, yeah.
The cave is in the basement. Yes. But it sounds all confusing and weird, and like you're going to have this weird old wine, but it's so good that anytime anyone drinks it, they're just like, yum, that's great. And it's one of those wines that you really don't have to do any thinking about when you're drinking it. It's just enjoyable. So for me, that's why it's so popular, is because people who don't care about wine like it, and people who care about wine like it, and so
It's just hard to pull off, too.
right.
Yeah.
So yeah. Yep.
But you're drinking something different.
When I see a Riesling, I go for that. So I believe Kimberly brought this. You want to tell us what it is?
I love Riesling so much, and I don't drink it nearly enough. This is Pickler Riesling Federspiel 2017. I found it in a wine store, and it was the last bottle on the shelf, and I freaked out. The owner's like, what's wrong? And I was so excited. I said, I will buy that from you. And I picked up, I think, a Nikolai Hoff at the same store. Pickler
Wow.
to
Are you
me.
going to reveal your sources? Because that's
No,
a pretty
it
nice.
was the last bottle,
those
so
are some wines
there's
that are
no
hard to
more
find.
available.
Yeah. I mean,
used-
that's according to you. I don't know if we should. Should we believe her?
I would have bought more if there was more.
She bought everything there was.
I remember this one day I worked with an importer who was representing both Pickler and Prager. And my whole job that day was, did I like Riesling better? Did I like Gruner better? Did I like Pickler better? Or did I like Prager better? And he was at MW as well. And I was like, this is probably one of the best days I'll ever have in the wine business.
Yeah, those MWs are heavy hitters. I'm
Pickler
impressed with those guys.
has this amazing electricity to it that I absolutely love, and it's a dry Riesling as well. I haven't had a chance to try the 17 yet, but I'm sure with some age, it's like pretty singing.
It's got a gorgeous nose. I haven't even tasted it yet, but
Ooh, I cannot wait. That's my next pour, baby.
Yeah. Well, let's.
But let's not tell everybody about how great Riesling is, otherwise all the prices are going to skyrocket.
Yeah, your secret shop is going to get mobbed. Cool. Let's jump into the first of our stories here, our true false stories for you. Where do you guys want to go with this directionally? Do you want something that's like more deeply geeky, or something that's kind of fun, or something challenging?
Fun.
You want to get?
Let's start with
easy?
fun.
It's
start
Sunday.
with fun. Okay, here's one. I got this. Number one. We're going to start with. This is a story that the headline is "What's a bot like you doing in a place like this?" Rich Tech Robotics presented its latest beverage mixing robot last month at a trade show in Dusseldorf, Provine or Pro Spirits. The innovative ADAM, or ADAM, we'll say, the ADAM, ADAM robot is a two-armed bartender, and it literally shook up the future of beverage preparation. Thanks to AI-based technology, ADAM can not only tap beer or pour beer accurately and learn new recipes every day, but also engage in personalized conversations with its customers. RichTech Robotics, a pioneer in AI-powered robots for the food industry, develops autonomous helpers for various areas of the hospitality and healthcare sectors. These robots perform a variety of tasks such as floor cleaning, beverage preparation, and food delivery, helping alleviate staff shortages and increasing efficiency. AI for the win. The presentation at ProSpirits 2025 highlighted the growing trend towards robotics in the beverage industry, and visitors were able to experience the advanced capabilities of the Adam robot live and in person. Or should we say, live and impersonation.
Oh,
So,
you're so
our question, I work at it.
Or live and in.
Something. There's something punny in there. You understand where we're going. My question, though, is the Adam robot real? Is it really a bartending robot? That's the question we're asking our panelists. Shelley, go ahead.
And I have to say, as you were describing that, the very first thing that came to mind was that scene, and if I'm being a little bit too off the grid here, I'm sorry, from The Fifth Element, where he's in the airport bar and there's the robot bartender. You want some more? You want some more? You know?
The Fifth Element I didn't see. I thought you were going to go to the Star Wars famous cantina scene, but I guess those are
You
just...
never saw The Fifth
right.
Element?
I don't even know what that... No, what is it?
Isn't that Multipass? That
That's,
one?
yes, little T-Pass, yes.
Multipass.
Ah, yes.
Definitely. With-
Not Schwarzenegger. That's that
No, it's,
woman with the red
Bruce
shade, little red.
Willis.
Bruce Willis.
Yeah. She had
Mila
red hair.
Jovovich.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I've seen little shorts, but I never saw it.
Three-boobed woman? I mean, everybody remembers the three-boobed alien lady.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't see it. I'm sorry.
Well, you missed out there, bud.
So is that inclining you to believe that here we are? What year was The Fifth Element? What year was that?
Probably the
Last
90s.
century.
90s?
So the question, I guess,
Yes.
to you, Shelley, is have we gotten anywhere then in the past 90s? What the fuck is that?
I
30
would
years?
say-
Oh my God.
I would say true, based on all of the chat GPT stories and people really being lured in by the chat capability of AI right now, I'll go with true.
Okay. So we have one true on that. Who wants to go?
I do think this is true.
Kimberly,
I think
yeah.
I feel like I've read about these things, about certain bars, maybe even in other countries that are using this technology. Yeah, it definitely seems true to me.
By which you mean Japan.
Yeah, and also Fifth Element was a great movie.
Okay.
You should watch it, Charles.
I'll check it out.
Okay.
I'll put it on the list. Elisa, where are you on
You
the
know,
robotic bartending?
I think Kimberly
You-
has read every news article. So
respect, yeah.
yeah, yes. You just strike me as you've read all the news articles. I bet you have. So whatever she says, I'm going with.
Thank you.
So yes, but it's just
This is where I let everybody down.
no. This is not far fetched at all. So
Okay,
I'm
well-
going with if it's not true, then why did we make this up? I don't know. Who made this up and why?
How do you feel about it, though? So it's unanimously
You're
true.
putting the horse before the cart.
I am. That's what I do. I do. Well, I mean, do you want to give the answer first?
Well, let's find out. Let's find out if it's true, because then we can like trash it or whatever. If it is,
You want me to say it? Okay, it is true. So, bravo, everybody. But
Your enthusiasm is really authentic.
I know,
I'm really
right?
feeling it.
Like, bravo. Well, because I'm more curious about the conversation around it, right? Like, how does it make you feel? I mean, this is our industry, and these are potentially a lot of people's jobs that you're working with. So, how do we feel about it, and what's the controversy with that?
I see it as remaining niche. I really, for all of the talk about all of these kind of things that take, robots taking over people's jobs. I mean, yes, like factory jobs or whatever, but the hospitality type jobs, I just don't think it's ever gonna be anything but a very small and specialized sector. So,
Yeah, I think it's going to be novelty.
yeah.
People are going to go check it out for the novelty. But then they're going to go back to that bartender, that server who shows the true hospitality, who remembers them, who gives the genuine smile. But, I can see people really wanting to, it's like all the machines, you put your card in and you get it's a novelty thing.
Yeah, perhaps I'm pessimistic, but I fear that I mean, maybe not in our lifetime, but I do think this is going to change it. I think that this is where we're going. Look at QR codes. Oh my God, if I see another menu QR code, I'm going to punch someone in the face.
Well,
Or no one in the face, as it turns
listen.
out.
As it turns out, yeah.
The
Go-
benefit of
Kimberly,
QR
yeah.
codes, though, is it definitely is environmentally friendly. So think about it that way. You know, it saves
There are
on the
upsides to-
paper.
Yeah. But I think the really important question here is the one that, Elisa, you brought up about hospitality. Can a computer, a robot, provide hospitality? That seems essentially impossible.
That was going to be my point. I think Lisa brought it up, and so did you. I actually think it's creepy and weird. I don't know if you guys have ever been to this sushi place that has a robot deliver you your sushi and your water. And
I had a sex doll once.
I
But you've never seen Fifth Element.
don't know how to respond to that.
That was a good one.
I didn't mean
Just make it weird,
it's a
Chad.
joke. It's a joke. It's a joke.
We have a
I was
slightly
joking.
conservative panel. We might need to tone it down. The three-boobed lady didn't go over well either. So
I think one of the best things about going out to a restaurant or a bar is the interaction with the bartender or the server and the warm human hospitality that they give, and you cannot get that from a robot. And I think it is very creepy and weird. I'm not a fan.
Yeah.
I am also not a fan.
I'm wondering how many of those restaurants that, you know, a few years ago where it was like you got an iPad and you do all this stuff from your table. It seemed like it was going to be this big thing that, you know, is sounding like this thing that was going to take off everywhere, but I don't think it really has. And
It kind of has.
Has
I mean,
it?
In Europe, it's more prevalent than not. And sometimes I go to places where I'm like, oh, this is so lovely, and the ambiance is nice, and the staff is nice, and then all of a sudden they hand you a freaking iPad, and you're like, oh. I turn, like, that's it. I shut down after that. I'm like, I don't want anything to do with it. But I still think it's a thing. It's maybe not as big as, like, we thought it was going to be. But, I mean, things are about to change, and I think a lot of the things that are happening politically are going to put businesses in a really hard place. And if they can replace human people in salaries, even at a cost, I think they will do it, honestly.
I think they will try, but to me, there's no substitute. There's no replacement for the human connection.
I agree with you, but it's going to come at a premium.
Yeah.
So it's not going to be for everybody. It's going to be like now you go to McDonald's and there's the push button thing. You don't talk to anyone. You order everything on a computer. And, you know, I see it in the airports all the time.
I think that's okay for McDonald's, though.
Well, sure, but that's what I said. That's what I mean. Like, it's not going to be experience and hospitality experience like
It's not
we
going to
are
be places
used
that
to.
sell these wines.
It's not going to be for the masses. It's going to be for the privileged.
Well, also, you don't go to McDonald's to try to get lucky. All right.
Way to keep it
That's
going,
yeah.
Well, I don't know. You haven't seen my McDonald's.
Yo. They get live up in Canada, huh? That's awesome. Good. Okay. Yeah, Christy, do you want to give us our next true
yeah.
false story? And
Oh
yeah,
my
see what we
God,
got?
I'm so excited because now we're going to get political. Even though we
Now?
are kind of getting political. Leave it to me. This is why they brought me in, because I'm a contrarian, controversial lady, right?
A magnet.
A
magnet for
There you go. A magnet for controversy. And I just like to zazz it up a little bit. Okay, this next one is called Donald Grump. In a terrifying midday raid, mass federal agents raided tasting rooms of 2 Michigan wineries last week, confiscating bottles of wine called Dream 2.0. Little explanation was provided, other than the action was related to an ongoing investigation into DEI violations. Dun, dun, dun. Shame, it's like a swear word now.
I know, it's
DEI. Dream 2.0 was made by St. Julian Winery in collaboration with the Michigan Wine Collaborative and sold in MWC membership tasting rooms across the state. Proceeds from the sale, which go to the MWC's Inclusion and Expansion Educational Fund, which provides educational awards for BIPOC, which is BIPOC, which I don't really know what that stands for.
Black, Indigenous, and people of color.
Well, that was a very white thing for me to say.
That was pretty bad. We're here to help you, though. Christy.
Thanks for keeping me
It's a
educated.
journey.
There we go. I mean, I honestly didn't know. Now I know. You know, what can you do? So, wine professionals and aspiring wine professionals looking to advance their career in Michigan wine for production to hospitality fields. In an official statement, the MWC state quoted, "The Bubbles in Dream 2.0 represented more than festivities and celebration. They represented our presence and resilience, or persistence and resilience. We will fight this all the way to the Supreme Court if we must. It may be the Trump administration that has bitten off or swigged more than it could swallow in this case." So, our question for you, lovely ladies, is did the feds raid the Michigan winery looking for Dream 2.0 wine?
I'm going to start. I'm going with no, because it sounds like a story you wanted to write to have a discussion about this. So I think it's like
Way to throw
totally.
us under the bus there, sister.
I think it totally.
It's not outrageous to think
No,
that
I think it totally
the
could
Trump
happen.
administration would be going. But you're right. Maybe it's something.
I believe that this, is very plausible. Could totally happen. Even more outrageous things can and will. Things that we can't even imagine are going to happen. I'm just not buying this exact thing. But I like it. I think it was very well written.
I agree. I think it's completely untrue, but I think Chad wrote it. Otherwise, she would know what that was.
Way to throw me under the bus, sister.
So much love, though, really.
Yeah, well, I mean, at least I was honest. I was like, I don't even know what that means.
And I just don't know that they would do it in Michigan as far as like picking a winery to go after. I think they would go out for California.
I'm not even really sure how to pronounce Knish. So that is.
Knish is. What are you? You know I'm not Jewish, right? I mean, I'm Jewish adjacent, but I'm not Jewish.
Shelley, where are you on the story?
I am going to be the contrarian. I'm going to say true for a number of reasons. First of all, a very cherished former colleague of mine, shout out to Chuck Jackson, the Vino Poppy, worked on a wine called The Dream. And I believe his partner with that was St. Julian. And it was for the Michigan Wine Collaborative.
Aw,
and
man.
yeah,
You had the intel.
well, I feel like something is niggling at me that there was a Dream 2.0, and of course, I can see the Trump administration eyeing the state of Michigan,
that
what was
woman.
it?
That
yes,
woman.
that woman. I just heard an interview with Big Gretch on. Wait, don't tell me.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
I
but
didn't
they're
get to hear
friends
it,
now.
but-
I
Yeah,
thought.
No, I don't think so. I think she's just trying to
Because
play the
he
game.
approved for all the military stuff, and she was at that thing in community
Selfridge.
Macomb Community College.
Yeah, for
What was
Selfridge
going
Air
on
Force Base.
underneath the table.
They were
I think he-
together.
I think he kind of had to because we have such a big international border. He had to
But
involve
meanwhile,
a
he's
little
like,
bit.
all your sanctuary cities, we're going to go after you and fuck you, basically.
And your Dream 2.0
And
wine.
your Dream 2.0.
That's right. We're taking away your dreams, baby. So I'm going to say true.
Okay. Well, no, those are very good. And so, Shelley, you're going to get a little, although you're wrong, it is.
You're still going to get credit.
You're going to get, she's going to get extra points because the
We're
Dream.
going to give you extra points.
Yes. The Dream 2.0 part
This
of
show
the
is
story.
whack.
I know.
The Dream 2.0 part of the story is true. So this is a wine with the Michigan Wine Collaborative that, yes. Oh, that's great. Yeah. So that part of it, you're absolutely right. You nailed it. But the part about the feds raiding the wineries was
Chad, did you write it?
was untrue. I did.
Then Kimberly gets extra points.
For
Because she
calling
knows
me.
who.
Missy, you are not the point giver. I mean, I love you, fellow Capricorn, but
It's Capricorn status is not looking that impressive. But it's up to you, Chrissy. It's it's up to you to make the calls on that. So
Shelley won that round.
good.
Come on.
What
She's
was there?
No arguing with the judges. Also, she won the round because she was like, "I'm going to be a contrarian," and I was like, "All right, I like her." all right."
So this is so we're it's
Subjective.
not about
It's subjective.
being right or wrong. It's about impressing the hosts here.
Yes.
Okay, great. Thank you. Now that's clear.
I mean, there's like benefits to getting it right for
Should
sure.
have maybe mentioned that in the beginning.
Yeah.
Can we start over?
No, we're not trying to make it hard for you. You got it.
This is rigged.
Yeah. The thing though, the reason I wrote this question though, to get to your point, Kimberly, was, so I only learned about the Michigan Wine Collaborative like some months ago.
Oh.
Do you know about them? Do you people
like
know about
yes.
them? I don't know anything. How do we not know about it? Isn't that weird? Does that bother any of you? You know it.
Yeah. But again, because of that cherished former colleague of mine, Chuck
Yeah.
Jackson, he worked really closely with them.
Are they out there enough though? I feel like they're doing some good work, but
probably
how
don't
come
have
we
any
don't know? They have no money?
My guess is that they have very little funding,
Very little.
and or they're just sticking to the west side, where the production's happening, or the north.
They're doing great work promoting Michigan wine. They need more.
To who? Who are they promoting it to? To consumers, or because as tradespeople, I feel like
Yeah.
there's very little exposure to this Michigan Wine Collaborate. People just don't know about it.
Right, and two is a good question. My experience is skewed, just based on my previous work with House of Pure
Yeah.
Ben and
Yeah.
our partnerships with them.
Okay.
But yeah,
All right. Well, yeah, that's kind of what I was.
it's something worth looking into at least.
Yeah. But, yeah.
Let's bring him on the podcast.
She is coming. Actually, the director, I think Emily Dockery, is going to be on June. Yeah, for June 1st, I think she's coming in. So we're going to get to the bottom of this. So that's our pledge. All right, cool. Where are we here now? Our next true false question, or we? Yeah.
How are we doing on time?
Yeah, we started late, but we're doing okay. We have until about. Yeah, we're good. We've got another
Let's do one more.
half an hour. Well, yeah, sure, for sure. Okay, here's one called the Judgment of Portland. A stunning upset that's creating a buzz across the wine world. So that's you people. You're buzzed up. Bel Lago Winery's 2017 Pinot Noir has claimed top honors in a blind tasting conducted by the Oregon Wine Press, outscoring some of the most acclaimed and prestigious Willamette Valley wines. The tasting featured 6 respected Oregon palates who evaluated a lineup of 3 Oregon Pinot Noirs alongside 3 from Michigan. And to their surprise and delight, the Bel Lago emerged. They were delighted. The Bel Lago emerged as the overall favorite, narrowly edging out Oregon's celebrated, and please forgive the pronunciation here, but I believe it's Guillen family. Does anyone know it? The Guillen family, 2018 Leah's Vineyard Pinot, by 1.5 points, and securing the highest Borda score of the flight. Says Blake Lawfeed, winemaker at Bel Lago, quote, "This bottle traveled far, aged beautifully, and landed in front of people who genuinely love Pinot Noir," adding, "This recognition is more than a medal, it's a moment for Michigan wine." So our question to the dear panel, has Leelanau's Bel Lago Winery triumphed over Oregon Pinot Noir? Did you hear about this?
You should ask the Michigan
Nope.
Wine Council.
We should ask the MWC, yeah.
Right.
We'll
Was
repeat
that was
question.
was your nope to the fact that to the last question he asked, or to the this
No.
being true?
This just didn't happen. No.
Jacqueline.
Kimberly's
Jacqueline,
like,
I'm
this
just
is impossible.
Yeah,
The end.
I agree. It's a no.
Thank you.
I would love for it to happen,
I mean,
but it
See, now Lisa's going to be the contrarian.
Well, we
No.
know that maybe that will give her more points. Just
this is
kidding.
the only reason. No, I was waiting to be last to see what you guys would say. No, I was the whole time. I'm thinking that this is totally possible, only because this kind of crap happens all the time with blind tastings. Like, it's just, plus this is sounded, no offense to this blind tasting, but it doesn't sound like a big old fancy blind tasting. It sounds like
there were
6
six
people got together
and drank 6
and
wines.
they were like, hey, let's just see, how this goes.
Again, totally subjective, right? It's
Yes.
just like, meh.
So I'm going with this happened, but it was not a big deal.
Okay, that's pretty wise, because it did happen, and it does. How big a deal? Yeah, but
wow.
the details of the story here are important, and you zeroed in on them, Elisa. But I mean, come on, they tasted 3 Oregon Pinots against 3 Michigan. That's hardly
Yeah, that's not
exhaustive or comprehensive. Yeah, that was pretty weak. But yeah, I guess So, but this guy, Blake Lafitte at Bel Lago, which has made some amazing wines back when Ed was up there running things. He said this is a moment for Michigan wine.
I mean, that's going a little far.
Too far?
Yes.
Too much?
Yeah,
All right,
it
yeah.
is.
Well, but I do think there are some people that truly believe that there's like some fucking magical moment for Michigan wine right now.
Right
I
now?
am not one of them, for the record.
I am, though. I think that there's a lot of exciting energy in Michigan right now. And who were we talking with earlier about pricing up north? Land price? Was that? Oh my God, was I talking to myself?
Probably. I mean, you talk
What?
to a lot of people.
It was the sex doll.
Yeah, that's why I only remember what I said.
Way to bring it around. Oh my God.
Oh no, I was out earlier. Talking to my neighbors this
she
morning. That's what it
doesn't
was.
talk back,
Yeah, I know that. That's why it's only my ideas. But there's all sorts of people poking around up north. There's French. The champagne producers are poking around, and it's getting pretty heavy. I think this is definitely. I think we're in a moment. We'll look back at this as being, I think, a moment
Will
for
this
Michigan.
be the moment, or will the future be the moment?
No. I think the moment. It's a what do you call it? A range of time. I think we're right in the moment. We're living in the moment. And I'll leave it at that. Do you want to do a quick glass check before you move into the?
Yes. Do we want to give scores?
Oh yeah, let's do it. Yeah, let's do some
Hold on.
scores.
Let's do a glass check.
No, let's-
while I total it up.
They're just sipping on their wine over there. So let's give them a second to move on and get serious about some wine drinking here. Elisa, I know it's Sunday and you're out of your wine drinking rhythm, but you owe it to the show.
Do I?
I think so. And so, I want to give a score update, Christy,
Okay.
and let them know, how they're faring here.
Okay, yes, I do. We have a tie currently for first place.
All three of
between-
us?
No,
Oh.
no. But you'll be happy to know that you are tied for first place.
All right.
With our Canadian neighbor here, Shelley. So that's great. And Kimberly, you're not far behind. Only by a couple
It
hundred
was my
points.
overly aggressive nope, wasn't
It
it?
was, you were like, nope, no. I mean, but you know what? I'm a nope girl sometimes, so I'm just like, no, there's no way. You felt it with like conviction, baby.
It was like-
you were like, there's no fucking way this
I'm
is
so
true.
sorry. I stand by that.
Yeah, no, I kind of loved it actually, and give you super kudos for it. So
Does she get more points?
she did
Apparently
not get more
not.
points in this case. You got the most points in that one because you
Alright.
were like, because it was funny. I mean, you're right that these blind tastings happen like this all the time. Where you're just like, this is crazy. All right, so now we can talk about what's in our glass. Did everybody switch it up?
I'm still drinking Riesling. I'm going to be stuck here.
Okay.
Yep. It's great also.
I see, though, Shelley, you have at least something red in the glass. We'll get to
I
to you,
do.
Kimberly, but
I changed to the Norella Muscalese, which is really bright and vibrant.
that's what I have, too.
Yeah, it's playful. It's fun.
What's the name on that one? I should know because it comes from Eagle Eye, so I should know what it is.
Because you brought it?
I did, yes.
Oh.
Luna Gaia.
Luna
and
Gaia, yeah.
It's got the big Demeter logo on the front. Label
Yeah,
as
which
well,
is-
which I love.
Yeah, that's a pretty bold statement there. Not many people put that front and center like that.
Yeah,
Usually it's on the back label somewhere, but yeah.
it's on the back
Luna
label
Gaia.
too.
What's it called? Logistelle or Norella Muscalese? Logistia?
If you say it really fast,
Did
it's
it say that?
okay.
With conviction?
Right,
don't know. That's
I don't
crazy
I can't
label,
see from
man.
here. My glasses are not that good.
It looks like a quilt. It's odd. I need some of that recently.
But it's kind of fun, though. It's nice. I mean, it's juicy and it's got a nice savory backbone, I would say.
It
It's
is.
good.
It's
I like the way it finishes.
nice and tangy. It's a great wine for this kind of weather.
Yeah, kind of like a shoulder season kind of thing, right? Where you're not ready to dive into the full, ultra crispy white wine for summer yet, but you're not quite done with
Hanging on to that tannin rope.
yeah, the tannin rope. I like that.
I think
Cool.
Norello's good all the time. It's one of those,
Yeah, that's true.
I'm a
You're
big
a
fan
red
of
wine
Norello.
girl.
I don't know.
I don't know.
She's as long as it's not Sunday at noon, girl.
She's like, I gotta go for a bike ride.
Priorities.
All right. So we hit you with, let me see, we're at 33 minutes. So let's hit you with one more. Yeah, man. True, false, and then we'll move into the, what do we call it? The wine ciphers. So let's, where do I want to send them? What's your idea?
Well, I like the title of this one.
Okay, Oxy-Moxy.
Oh.
Yeah. That's the name of the name of the story, the news story. Oxy-Moxy, that's the headline. The fresh, fruit-forward profile of classic Provence rosé calls for reductive winemaking, but some producers are turning to a more oxidative approach to add complexity to their wines. Sounds familiar, doesn't it? The style has long been we were talking about that close, so don't give me that.
See, the audience can't see us, thank God.
Yeah, that's right. The style has long been championed by rare estates like Clos-Cibon, whose wines inspire tasting notes that include elements like terroir, ripe fruit, and garrigue. I think you used all of those earlier, Elisa.
Oh, yes, exactly.
Yeah. It was the classic style, but by the mid-2000s, producers conceded to the thiol-driven style popularized by New Zealand's Sauvignon Blanc and shifted towards more reductive winemaking. The pendulum is now swinging back. A small but growing number of producers are showing that, with careful management of oxygen, they can add a desirable level of complexity to their rosés. Jeannie Cronk of Maison Mirabeau was a massive fan of the fresh reductive style, but her new wine, La Réserve Rosé, is gently aged in barrel, and Cronk is slowly converting to a more oxidative style. Quote, for La Réserve, we don't just talk about oxygen, we actively tolerate it. We want to get the wine used to it, she says. So our question from the panel is a more oxidative style of rosé resurgent in Provence?
This is an incredibly appropriate. Oxy-moxy.
Look at us.
We are incredibly appropriate.
I'm going for yes, because, rosé in general, I think we're finally getting to the moment where, you don't have to have the last vintage, the year before to drink. I mean, it really was a thing, and now it's been a slow fade, and I think we're finally at a moment where consumers really don't even look at the vintage on it, or they don't even have that moment where they're looking.
Yeah, you remember those days?
Yeah, and it's great because they're so much better, and so it's pushing people or winemakers to make more of these styles, and they're so much better.
It affords them more leeway in terms of what the market will absorb, right? Yeah.
Yeah. So, even if this story itself is not true, I think this is happening, and this is where it's going, and I'm glad I'm here for it.
Okay, that's a very strong yes from Elisa. You look ready, Kimberly. Tell us.
Well, I do have like the pink color on my microphone.
Yeah, you are kind of rosé hued.
I agree. I'm actually not familiar with that winery though that you mentioned. So
I think the story was from Mirabeau. Yeah, I don't know it either.
So that is a little bit confusing to me, but I do appreciate a more serious rosé that would benefit from that oxidative style. So because of that, I do think it's true.
Okay, and Shelley?
I agree. I think there's so many movements happening right now in the wine world, both good and bad. I'm not going to say the wine N word.
What?
Yeah, what?
What?
Oh, come on.
She's bringing
Natty.
Oh.
Yes. Specific
Just
to
a
wine.
word,
That
man.
and yeah, true. But as a result of that, and amber wine coming really back onto the scene in a big way after decades and decades, there's a thirst. No pun intended.
We're going to explore that in a
for these
minute, but go ahead.
Okay. But there's a thirst for these other styles, which I feel like are a little more rustic, a little more authentic, a little more old school. And yeah, I could see there being a resurgence in demand for oxidative styles. Rosé.
This panel is hot.
This panel is
They
hot.
are on fire because it is absolutely true.
It's girl power.
It is
Nice.
It's feminine.
All right. Yeah, I'll take it.
But can I do want to talk about oxidation in general, I think, because there was a quote in here that I just want to go back to.
Oh, I love the quote. I want to use
Yeah.
those words.
Right? Where she was like, hold on.
Yeah,
hold
find
on.
those words because I'm going to use
Getting the
them.
wine used to
Yeah, we don't want to talk about oxygen. We actively tolerate
Oh,
it. and we
actively
want
tolerate.
to get the wine used to it. And I think there's a difference between what may have been old school where it was like an accidental oxidation, and now a very intentional way of using the environment to bring the wine. It's like being an
deliberate
obstetrician
style.
kind of, right? It's like bringing the wine into its own being in its natural way. You know who talks about being an obstetrician all the time? Is Solos. He's like, he really refers to himself as like he brings the baby to the world.
Yes, he is also like sort of a philosopher.
Yeah. So he's just like,
type,
this is my
so-
job. I
Whatever
bring
it
the
takes
I
to
birth
make that,
the baby.
it's all worth it. I don't care what he wants to call himself.
It's not perversion. Are you like?
Well, I mean, it's ego for sure, but I think that there is something to be said with using. I mean, to me, it's like taking the environment and understanding it in such a profound way that you're able to deliver the wine in its best state, and I think that's cool. So I like that we both like glommed onto this. Like,
Yep.
we want the wine to get used to it because I think that's cool.
Yeah.
Super, super cool.
And I'm going to use the actively. What is it again?
We actively tolerate it.
I'm going to start talking about actively tolerating people in my life. I think it's
Right now,
it
it's
sounds-
kind of hard.
It sounds such a
tolerate
like a
some
professional way of saying things.
Like, I'm going to actively tolerate you right now. That's called me trying really hard.
Yeah, it does sound
Put
like
certain
a pretty
people on the,
successful strategy.
AT list.
But I do want to go back, Shelley, what you had said earlier. You mentioned, did you say that, amber wines are coming back? Is that what you said? How you phrased it? Or skin contact wine? What did you say?
They've been in a resurgence for the last several years.
When were they? I guess I don't know the history part of it that you're thinking of. Like when was that more popular, I guess?
A few hundred years ago, and before the rise of the Iron Curtain, when Eastern wines and Georgian wines in particular were more prevalent throughout Europe, and in the last few years, all of a sudden, there's a lot of people talking about orange wine, and when I think it happened in maybe 2016 when VQA in Ontario recognized amber wine or orange wine as a official style. I thought, okay, hell has officially
I didn't know
frozen
that.
over.
Wow.
Yes.
Okay, cool.
And it's knocking at the door of being mainstream, and it's still knocking at that door 9 years later. But
So are we going to see a resurgence of like in Madeira, for example? I don't know if those were necessarily skin contact wines, but they were oxidative.
I would love to preach the gospel of a great Malmsey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's something special, I think, those kind of wines.
Yeah.
So
I
cool.
like amber, saying amber instead of orange.
instead of orange.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that sounds more, I don't know, more fancy or something, classy.
Classy. Yeah, amber, it's a thing. It's a thing of value.
And when we say orange, and I had someone ask this yesterday, do they make the wine with oranges?
Yeah,
And
I've heard that too. No one's
yeah.
actually said that to me, but I hear a lot of people saying that. I'm like, wow, that is a reason to just dump that and let's just go with amber or,
Yeah.
I mean, skin contact's clumsy, right? It's clumsy.
Well, I think just people don't understand what it means.
I don't
They
think
immediately go to
people-
sex,
yeah.
right?
Exactly. It sounds.
And people don't
I
even
mean, like, it's making us all think about you and your sex doll robot.
Absolutely. You just got some extra points for that one, by the way.
I think the problem with skin contact is that most people don't know how wine is made. And so when you, like, skin contact, like,
Yeah.
it just,
it's meaningless.
it's totally meaningless. I can't imagine, like, I can't even mention how many times I've done basics of winemaking with people, and it's just like, what? They're skins of grapes? Like, what? I didn't even know grapes had skins.
You mean that's where babies come from?
That is that basic, right?
Yeah.
That grapes even have skins. I mean, once they think about it, they're
Yeah.
there, right? Everyone's had the experience of, well, maybe not, but like when I was growing up, we always had wild grapes, just in the backyard, and they were so thick, you just squeeze them and the pulp would come shooting out, and you had this big, thick, like totally bitter skin thing. And I guess a lot of table grapes, if you grew up on like supermarket fruit, maybe you wouldn't ever think about that. Like if you go and you buy,
But table grapes, like in Korea, you actually suck the fruit out and leave the skins. Like that's how they're because the their skins are so thick around these specific grapes that they serve at the table that you discard the skins.
Right. But here we don't have that generally. I mean, our table grapes, you can't. If you wanted to squeeze the pulp out, you couldn't. It would just the grape would crack.
Yeah.
Basically, right?
But didn't anybody ever do that Halloween thing where peel the grapes and then you put them in the tissue box and you feel around and you're like, oh, it feels like eyeballs.
That sounds awesome, but no is the answer. I've never done that.
Am I the only one
who would peel a grape? That's
it's a lot of work.
Wow.
It's serious dedication.
Yeah, that's
People
heavy.
take Halloween real seriously, dude.
I guess I was not allowed to participate in. My father was like, "You're not going to run around and dress like a demon and extort candy from people." He said, "Let me do it."
Oh man,
I know.
this is telling about a lot of things. Halloween was taken away from you.
Yes.
I feel like we need to have a therapy session over this one.
Guys, we all need to
Okay.
peel some grapes and let them try
peel some
this.
grapes and drink some wine. All right, let's transition into the away from the Chad therapy segment and into the wine cipher. Yes, the wine ciphers. All right, so here we're going to read you a tasting note, give you a selection of 4 wines to choose from, and then ask you to do your best to figure out which of the 4 wines the tasting note describes. Tasted, assembled from tank, and displaying a gorgeous distillate-like herbal and floral profusion atop a rich, deep pool of ripe but fresh black raspberry and dark cherry, with resinous evocations of rosemary, fennel, black tea, and marjoram, berry seeds, and cherry pits, as well as a tactile sense of seemingly schistic, crushed stone impingement and pungent smokiness, all leading to a finish of terrific tenacity, not to mention a brightness, verve, and sense of levity, uncommon for its vintage. This ought to be worth following for at least a decade.
I have to say this. The reason why I don't like these segments is like, who wants to read words like that? I'm a dyslexic person, and I'm like, what? Nope.
Well, the first thing that came to mind is the wilderness that is my backyard right now.
Oh, yeah?
In need of taming and
Yeah. And the pungency. Mm-hmm. The schistic. Thank you very much, Jacqueline. We appreciate that.
So good.
All right. So our choices for that tasting note are the Jean-Louis Triboulet. It's a Côte Catalan called Orchis, which is a Grenache Carignan blend. So the Orchis from Triboulet.
Does it have a vintage?
No, we're going without the vintages. We're dispensing with that.
The vintage
Let's
was
just-
a
Yeah,
part
he's
of
like all
this.
about
Yeah.
I'm sorry. That was
Okay,
something
okay.
you're not going to be able to
Okay.
employ in this assessment. So we have the Triboulet Orchis from the Côte Catalan. We have Olimbauda's Fresa d'Asti. They're Secco. They're Fresa d'Asti Secco, so they're dry Fresa from Piedmont. Outward Wines, Gamay from the Santa Maria Valley off Presqu'Île Vineyard. And the Marqués de Murrieta Castillo Igué, Rioja Gran Reserva. And while you're considering those, I'll go through the elements of the note again. Gorgeous distillate-like herbal and floral profusion atop a deep pool of ripe but fresh black raspberry and dark cherry with resinous evocations of rosemary, fennel, black tea, and marjoram, berry seeds, and cherry pits, as well as a tactile sense of seemingly schistic, crushed stone impingement and pungent smokiness, all leading to a finish of terrific tenacity, not to mention a brightness, verve, and sense of levity.
For the vintage.
For the vintage.
Which
which
we don't know.
Which is unknown at this point. Yes.
I don't know. I think I don't think New World. There's too many. There's too many other. The fruit stuff maybe, but then all those herbs and stuff. I would be very surprised if it was New World.
Okay, so just to refresh you, we have Grenache Carignan from Côte Catalan in southern France. We have Fresa from Piedmont in northern Italy. We have Gamay from Santa Maria Valley, California. And Gran Reserve Rioja from Castillo Ige.
All right, I'm also gonna X off the Rioja because it's if Grand Reserva. There was like no talk of oak at all, and I never met a Grand Reserva without a ton of oak on it.
Correct. We had pungent smokiness. We had schistic crushed stone impingement. I don't know what that could possibly be. A mouthful of rocks. I don't know.
have such an opinion right now, and I'm just zipping.
So I'm going for Cote Catalan. That's me.
Cote Catalan from Elisa. That's the Triboulet Orchis. Ladies?
That's my instinct as
Here
well, the
comes
orchis.
Shelley. Okay.
Part of it because I just want to say orchis. You know,
Yeah,
it
what
sounds
kind of
like
word
one
is
of
that?
those-
I don't know what it means. It's Orchis. I assume it's Orchis. I don't know. It's what?
It's like a whale.
It's like a what?
Yeah.
Okay. So that's 2 for the Cote Catalan. How are you going to come down on this, Kimberly?
I
This is
don't
heavy.
love this tasting note.
I'm sorry. It's
And I wish I could phone a friend, but I'll just
Yeah.
look at these 2 fine ladies beside me and go with them. I actually don't even love any of the selections, the options.
no.
I'm feeling really stuck.
Yeah. Okay.
So I'll go with my friends.
Okay. Well, the answer is correct. You nailed it. It is, in fact, the Orchis Grenache Carignan from Cote Catalan. So nice work on that. That's impressive. Because it was and you know who wrote that tasting note? David Schildknecht.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, isn't that crazy? I love his notes. He's kind of wild. That's old David Schildknecht, I guess, but it's been a minute. So,
Are you going to tell us what the
Very
vintage
good.
was now?
no, I have no idea. I don't know. I didn't. That was too much technical. I didn't want that. I didn't want all that in there. So, we let that roll. What do you think? Should we get into the? Well, we'll do one more because we need a blind wine. If someone is able to grab a blind wine for us, there's some stuff in the cooler. In the back, you can pick anything. And you know the tape is up in the cabinet there because the zipper is still broken. I haven't fixed it on our
That's what
wetsuit.
tinfoil's for.
Yeah, I know, but I got this like sexy little wetsuit for the bottles. They look-
Just no
It's not
one.
that sexy, it's
Please,
broken.
no one say anything.
just stop me right here.
Sex doll.
Stop him right there.
You know you're all talking. I'm thinking about it.
All right. So let's do, while we're getting the blind tasting wine together, let me hit you with one more of these. Okay, I'm going to give you something that's more straight up and down for a cipher here. You ready? Okay. This one begins. On the nose, the wine unravels an intricate bouquet of dried apricots. That's an intricate bouquet. Dried apricots, zesty lemon peel, and fragrant white flowers. Lurking in the background are alluring hints of honeycomb, toasted almonds, and a gentle touch of earthen spices. The palate is a symphony of layered flavors, starting with a burst of tangy citrus and moving into nuances of peach, dried pear, and a slight nuttiness. The skin contact lends a textured grip, providing depth to the wine, harmoniously balanced with its lively acidity and mineral undertones. The finish is long and nuanced, leaving a trail of fresh herbs, stone fruit, and a hint of salinity that entices the next sip.
I would drink that.
It sounds good as shit.
Yeah.
That sounds good
Where's
as shit.
that?
I don't know, but let's have some.
So here are the options for this wine. What could it be? We say it could be the Dilla O Rakatsatelli Mitzvane from Kaheti, from Georgia. It could be the Field Recording Skins, the Central Coast Field Blend. It could be Jolie Lade's Pinot Gris from Susan Valley in California. Or the Lopez de Heredia Rioja Blanco Vina Gravonia.
Did you do this on purpose?
I did it for you.
To like,
The Lopez, yeah.
and then I'm gonna get it wrong, and you're gonna be
Lopez
like,
de
you
Herrera.
don't know your own wine. Come on. I also represent Jolie
just-
Lade. Do you know that?
I
So
did
two
not
of
know that.
those.
Oh, really?
So now
No, I
so I'll
didn't-
be last. You
I
guys
didn't know
go
that.
because I'll get in trouble if I get this wrong.
I'm going to go with the Rixtatelli.
The Rakatsatelli, okay, from Dilla O.
Is it- Yes. 'cause
Okay.
I'm familiar with that wine. I haven't had it in about a year.
Okay.
But that unraveling, like, who's afraid? What, Baby Jane kind of unraveling?
Baby Jane, is this another old movie?
Yes. Betty Davis.
Yeah, I do know that one, and I think I have seen it, but I'm not sure.
Can you repeat the options again?
Yeah, so we had the Dilla O Rakatsatelli Mitzvane blend from Georgia, from Kaheti. Field Recordings Skins from Central Coast, which is a field blend of a bunch of different stuff. Last time I talked to Andrew, he was saying it was like, crazy. Like he uses 20 varieties or something in there, which is just amazing. The Jolie Lade Pinot Gris from Susan Valley, and the Lopez de Heredia Rioja Blanco, the Viña Gravonia. And then the tasting note again was, on the nose, the wine unravels with an intricate bouquet of dried apricots, zesty lemon peel, and fragrant white flowers. There's lurking in the background alluring hints of honeycomb, toasted almonds, and a gentle touch of earthen spices. The palate is a symphony of layered flavors, starting with a burst of tangy citrus and moving into nuances of peach, dried pear, and a slight nuttiness. The skin contact lends a textured grip, providing depth to the wine, harmoniously balanced with its lively acidity and mineral undertones. The finish is long and nuanced, leaving a trail of fresh herbs, stone, and a hint of salinity.
I'll go with a white Rioja.
The Lopez de Heredia Rioja Blanco. Okay. Yeah, here it is.
I know.
We're back. I know, but this is not,
That's
this is
okay.
not an assessment of...
We're only going to record this, and
You
everyone's going to listen to it.
Let me say this.
All 20 people.
Let me say this. I had recently the opportunity to buy both the Jolie Lade and the Viña Gravonia. So you're doing your job.
Well,
I was
good.
at the shop.
That's
They
good.
had the wines.
Okay.
All right. So there.
So
it is.
that's all that matters.
That's all that matters.
Yeah.
That's what they
Sales.
Care. That's what they care.
Yeah,
Yeah, sell.
yeah.
If you're not selling, what are you doing? We don't know.
All right. I've had the Lopez de Heredia White a number of times. I love that wine. I was listening again with that wine in my head. I don't think it's that one. I don't get all the citrus and peach on it. But hey, who knows? I don't think it's Jolie Lade either. It's just I love that wine, but it's a little. I don't think it's as complex as that is making it out to be.
Okay.
And so between the other two,
I did buy the bottle of Jolie Lade, by the way.
Good.
That was my
Yeah.
my pick for the. Okay.
the other two, I have no idea. So I'm just gonna go with Shelley because she seemed
Okay.
sure enough about that.
And
Okay.
I'm second guessing because I love the field recordings.
Oh,
too.
see, I don't know that
But
either.
I'm gonna,
so.
I'm gonna stick with the Georgian.
Okay, me too.
Okay. Does the Rioja get skin contact? Does the Viña
Yes.
Gravonia? It does. Okay.
Yeah.
Good. Well, I got that part right. But the answer to the tasting note is that it was a field recording skins. Oh. Yeah.
Man, that was the one I really didn't think it was because I've had it and I
You
wouldn't
weren't
have
that
not
bold over.
feeling all of
wouldn't have-
those things.
I know. I thought it was an exceptionally elaborate note for the wine, but I guess if you really get into it, there's a lot going on in there. Shelley, you know the wine.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think there's a lot going on in skins.
Well, you said it was, 29 varietals in there? That's a
22,
bouquet.
Hey.
And a symphony, right?
And a symphony, so
Yeah.
I kind of told you.
Yeah, this is very technically accurate. Very good. Okay, so that's where we are with that. You want to give a score update? They're tasting the blind wine right now.
We all failed that one, you guys.
So give you a
We
minute.
get points
to-
for style.
100% you get points for style.
Oh yeah, you get points for all sorts of fun stuff. The more fun you make it, the more points you get. So yeah, and then we'll roll into the blind wine, which I need to grab a little sip of myself, I think. But you have that. They're assessing it. I will tell our listeners that, as much as to say that it's a red wine, quite clearly, a deeply red wine, and our ask for you folks is to describe your emotional response to this wine. So how does tasting this wine make you feel? Not what is the wine. We don't... Go ahead.
Yeah, I want to know where you're at, who you're with, what you're eating, what you're listening to. That's the kind of stuff I want to know.
If you're doing the nasty.
If you're with a sex doll, if you're not with your sex doll. Okay, and a quick update on, you guys are all very, very close for the record. So
Someone has to win.
someone does have to win. But I think that this next creative part is really going to bring it home. Okay. Elisa, you'll be happy to know as a Capricorn, you are in the lead.
All right.
Shelley, you are very closely behind. And Kimberly, you're also in the run-in. So nobody's out. This is crunch time at this
We're
point.
all gonna get a medal, though.
You all, I am not one of those parents or of any kind. Someone has to win, as Chad said. So.
Interesting. Okay, so who wants to go first with their emotional response to the wine? Or what kind of wine is it if it were a person? What kind of person is that wine in the glass?
It's rustic.
Go, baby.
Yeah, it's real rustic. I don't think I would drink this normally, so I'm having a hard time, Christy, saying who I would be drinking it with and where, because
Yeah, but is it like a grumpy old perverted man that you're like at the bar with?
What's
not.
she doing at the bar with grumpy old person?
Sometimes they're just
That's
there.
another story for another.
Sometimes they're
It's
just
true.
there.
You're, as a woman, you just never know.
Sometimes the rustic, gross dude is there, and
That's
you
right.
don't know how to get you don't want to spend time with him, but he's still there.
Yep. You don't want to leave. You want him to leave. You're like, can just someone pour me something else?
Like,
Come
I'm
on.
I'm in a really nice atmosphere right now, but that guy is not
Yes.
good.
Yep. Yeah. So I think I'm in a basement. Honestly, it's kind of
Basement bar.
Yeah. Yeah. It's a dark and rustic place.
Like the Elks Club, maybe would be that way.
Yeah. 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 With a old man.
Yeah. Yeah. That's okay.
Yeah.
All right. So an
I'll
old
come
man,
rescue you.
an old man
Come
in a
bring
dark
me some
bar.
Riesling, Kimberly.
I will.
Yes.
I'm walking down like a cobblestone street and there's like mossy, dirty kind of back alley thing. I'm going into a building. The building is a brick building. It's very, very old. It's smoky, dusty, dirty, cigars, old rotten fruit. It's kind of divey, but old fashioned and historic somehow.
Yeah.
So
There's
it's
like,
like also kind
gravitas.
of like like gross, but kind of like you're
But
like
in a-
all in
In a way
kind
that
of.
it's like, this is a fun adventure. Let's check it out. Like just for this one
It's a
time.
carpeted bar.
totally. I love
You
that.
can smell
It's
the
a
smoke
little,
from the
it's a
70s.
little wet, like like the floor has some spills on it, ivy growing outside. I feel like I'm in a foreign country. I'm here for it, but only one time.
Okay. Well, that was a very descriptive one. That was good. That was great. Shelley, you gotta. Let us know.
I'm waking up with this wine and realizing
Like in the
I thought you
in the
meant wake and
morning.
bake
in the
or
morning.
something.
Okay, you're waking up in the
realizing,
morning.
oh yeah, this guy who's in my kitchen cooking me breakfast is the drummer from the band at the club that I saw last night, and he's really rough around the edges.
Shit,
and
I made
old.
some bad choices last night.
Yeah, I don't remember those tattoos, but the breakfast is really good. And okay, yeah, I'll bring you home again.
Oh, you were like
So-
you were.
I may
It
not
was a
give
bad
you my
choice,
number, but
but-
I'll bring you home again. You know.
So mine was a
So
mine was a creepy guy who I was like, go away. Kimberly was like, you're kind of weird, but we'll keep
I'm
you.
here for it one time.
One time only. And Shelley's like, yeah,
Do
I was
this
like,
shit
bring it
again.
on.
Yeah. The breakfast is good. Cook good, baby.
Your eggs are amazing.
Your eggs are amazing.
It may be the same guy.
Bringing it all back to the
100%.
obstetrician.
It could be.
Maybe the same
the
guy.
same
think
It's
it's the
about
same guy.
perspective and how you look at the world, right?
Yes.
Like sometimes.
Well, that's amazing. Let's have one of you unveil and see what that wine is. We need the bottle on the table, and then, Kimberly, give that a.
Well, you're the
Peel.
one who really enjoyed the breakfast.
Yeah. Okay, Shelley's going to let us know who this drummer is. The drummer in the band? What you say, the drummer? We don't know.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Florentin.
Guy, does it say Gaiac on the back?
Yes.
Ah,
A Gaiac, nice.
yeah.
Florentin Gaiac, huh? Wow, cool.
Gaia Controlli. Bracul Florentin. 100%.
Bro, cool. Okay.
2014.
2014.
Wow.
Okay.
Wow, it
cool.
tastes a lot
Brah, that's
fresher and
cool.
younger than that.
It does. Yeah, that's an
He
impressive
lied about
little
his
bottle.
age.
Yeah. The tattoos weren't too saggy.
That's right.
Who brought this one?
That's very nice. Steve, thank you.
Steve's
That's
like,
Steve
That was
Rosano
fun.
in the audience
Yeah.
there. Cool.
And he picked it, so that's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, excellent. Ladies, you want to give, Christy, do you want to give the ladies a final score tally and,
well-
do that hard thing?
Well, I mean, you're all within a couple hundred points of each other, but I gotta say, Shelley came out and took the lead. I
I'm
mean,
with
she
it.
slept with the drummer, dude.
With the drummer. Hey!
And she's bringing him back. So
That's right.
it was bringing him back. Kimberly, you slipped into second place.
Oh man.
I know. It was a real turnaround on that one. So there you go. We got 1, 2, 3.
But I still get the bronze medal, right?
Definitely still get the bronze medal of my heart.
And the Riesling
All right.
And the
as a
Riesling.
cleanser.
Yeah. You can wash that old man right out of your system.
That's awesome. Well, thank you all very much. Shelley, Kimberly, Elisa, thank you guys for coming in. It was a great show. We had a good time. We appreciate it. And Shelley, good luck getting back across the border.
Oh, yeah.
All right, everybody. Take care.
Ciao.
Thank you.
Thank you.